Can we give it up again for our wonderful musicians tonight?
Well, my experience of playing fiddle music is that it has made me more of a complete person, a more complete human being, because I can access things within me that don't actually come out in my regular life.
I signed up today. So it's 50.
Hi, everybody. Who wants to dance? Yes.
I don't have the shoulder rest propping and my hand extended like a classical player would, maybe, like this. And then you swing your elbow this way or that. But I push in like this, and because my fingers are long, I reach all my notes easily. And then when we get over to the bow stick, I've developed not a 5-finger grip, but a 3-finger grip. And that's keeping true to my minimalist belief. It took me years, and no exaggeration, to smooth out my bowing style. And that only comes from, I mean, an easy way to think of it is that it takes 10,000 hours to be a master at something. And I would say that's probably accurate. So I'll start with a New England tune. There you go. Called Ross's Reel Number 4, and it's in the key of F, I think. And we're waiting for the B part to roll along before I can do my bowing, but we'll see what happens.
That was the tune I've been trying to learn all week. For real.
Really?
Yeah, from April Verge. Oh,
I'm
wow.
psychic too.
Yeah, cool. I like this workshop.
Well, I wasn't going to teach that.
No, but I got to hear that. Wow, that was gorgeous.
Why is it called number 4?
Well, there were others that didn't quite make the hit list.
I learned a Ralph drill, but I didn't know what number it
I think
was.
there's a number 2 that I'm aware of, but I never learned it. But New England was a melting pot of Quebec, New Hampshire, a lot of factories in Manchester. Workers came down from Canada, not only the Quebecois, but also the Ontario people came. So there's influence, Canadian influence from there. And then, of course, the Irish culture in Boston, which I was kind of a part of too. Went to jams and knew people there. And the Scottish influence was there. The Cape Breton influence was strong. So it was like a melting pot of styles, very crunchy, rhythmical kind of music. I'll stop there, but
Wow.
it's getting wound up in it. So I was doing the syncopated little thing on top of the spiccato. One more. What do the botanists know? We should live our lives between the lichen and the bark. So Henry David Thoreau was upset in his writing at Walden Pond, is that there were a lot of split rail fences the farmers locally were using, and for some reason somebody cottoned on to making a lot of granite stone walls. And when that sort of happened and switched over, the space between the stones became much less than the split rails. And he was saying, look through the gaps in the fence. Don't become set in your ways by the stone walls that you build that enclose you and put you in a fixed mindset. He wanted people to open up and see that the importance of looking between in the gaps. So if you had like a 9-to-5 job and you go to it every day, is that the real you? I don't really think it is. I think you need to find the time outside of your job to look into what your core interests are. And that way you'll feel fulfilled, maybe. I know it worked for me, so. The process of violin making is a very complex process. Purfling just sort of came naturally to me. I was lucky with my hand skills and stuff, so I don't shy away from doing them by hand. And I just choose these Irish knots here, partly because my daughter lives in Ireland and I have a connection in my roots to Ireland. And I consider this sort of as a trinity knot. In my case, it means playing music, writing music to play on it, original compositions, and then the community of people that I play for. So it's a trinity in that manner.
Space partner and bow to your partner. Face your neighbor and bow to your neighbor. And with your neighbor, balance and swing.
It's a funny process, even in the heat of playing for a contra dance, say, where you're playing up-tempo and very hard, that it sort of flows out of you in a manner of losing track of what the actual notes are because it's internally ingrained. So there's a melody sitting there. And I will admit that there are hundreds of these things sitting in my mind that can, I spend nights thinking of tunes before I go to sleep or whatever.
I think everybody is an important part of this community, and it's such a joy to see everybody, you know, to be able to dance again and feel safe, right?
One of my soccer teammates, this guy named Larry Eaton, he was a wing and I was like a halfback position, and we were on the same team. We went to a movie together, Bonnie and Clyde, and that had the soundtrack of Flat and Scruggs, Foggy Mountain Breakdown. And he decided, oh my gosh, I need to learn the banjo. Within a year, he was fantastic. And we decided to enter the high school variety show sophomore year. And we got up there and we played a version of Chicken Reel, a very corny fiddle tune. And we won first prize, which was $50. And we split it. And at that moment, I knew there was something in it. Not only the money that you get from playing, but the crowd cheered and rooted, and it's like, superhero, gotta do this.